Good morning. On the weekend with the teenagers in the service, we were looking at Jesus being tempted in the wilderness, and we're gonna read that this morning. After Jesus was baptized and he had that affirmation, the voice from heaven, before he was about to start his ministry, he went into the wilderness to be tempted, and he and that's where we're going to read on from now. But before I do, let's be mindful of the tempter's tactics and his timings as he tempts Jesus, and also Jesus' words as he responds to the temptations. Matthew 4 verse 1. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. After fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. The tempter came to him and said, "If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread." Jesus answered, "It is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and set him on the highest point in the temple. "If you are the Son of God," he said, "throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone." Jesus answered him, "It is also written, do not put the Lord your God to the test." Again the devil took him to the high point, to a very high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendour. "All this I will give to you," he said, "if you will bow down and worship me." Jesus said to him, "Away from me, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only." Then the devil left him, and angels came and attended him. And we saw there at the very beginning that the tempter came when Jesus had been fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. And the first thing he offered him was to turn the stones into bread. "Go on then, to turn these stones into bread if you are the Son of Man." And Jesus will be, if you are the Son of God, sorry. And Jesus will have been hungry, won't he? And the tempter knew what he really needed at that time, what really would have been his weakness at that time, and very, very clever and very tactical. And Jesus' answer every time were scripture, and he knew, and he didn't give in, and just an understanding of how the tempter works, and also an understanding of how we should respond. The perfect example of how we should respond. And at the end of all that, when Jesus tells Satan to get away from him, we see Satan leaves, and we see that Jesus wins, and that's a pattern, isn't it, as we read through the Bible, and we know that Jesus wins, that he's already won, and the battle's already won, and we can rejoice in that, but also looking at his word to be equipped to give his life, but to be equipped here we can see Jesus' example and take it and apply it to our lives. So there, when we're being tempted, we have an example, and it was just refreshing for me to read this weekend and to look over this weekend for the service, and I hope that it's refreshing for you too. God bless you, and have a good weekend.